The broadcast is now starting. All attendees are in listen-only mode.
Hello everyone and welcome to the iSpring Solutions webinar. Thank you very much for joining us today as we're going to in your organization with iSpring. My name is Paulina, I am a community manager and I will be the moderator for today's webinar. As a speaker, I have invited Max Ionen. Hi Max, how are you doing?
Hi Paulina, hi everybody, doing good, thanks for asking.
Wonderful. Max will be your presenter today, and in order to take care of your questions during the webinar and Q&A session, I also have invited Sophia. Hi Sophia, how are you doing?
Hello, Paulina. Hello, everyone. I'm doing great. Thank you for asking.
Wonderful. So guys, if you have any questions while Max is speaking, you're more than welcome to submit them in the question box. And you should find it on the right side of the GoToWebinar panel, somewhere at the bottom, and on the screen right now, you may see where it's located right here. So this is the place where you can submit your questions, and Sophia will take care of them during the webinar, and Max will respond to them during the Q&A session, which we will have at the end of our today's session. Okay, so I think that's it on my end. So Max, I think I'm ready to pass the mic over to you.
All right, can you make me presenter as well, please?
Sure, absolutely.
Wonderful. Can everybody see the screen well?
I can see it.
That's awesome. All right, so first of all, hi again, everybody. Hope you're doing great today, and so we'll be doing great after this webinar as well. And I want to thank you so much for joining us. It's wonderful to see that more than 50 people are here to learn how to quickly launch online training and how to spend less effort and make it more efficiently. That gives me a feeling that this topic is relevant and interesting, and that's why we're here today. My personal goal for today's webinar will be to make sure that you have no questions left by the end of our meeting, and we will do our best to answer any of your questions during Q&A sessions. I immediately want to say sorry because there are 50 of you, just 3 of us, and if anything stays unanswered, we are always happy to set a quick call, jump on the phone, and make sure that you know the answer. And first, for those who doesn't know what iSpring is about, I want to drop just a couple of quick words about our company. We've been on the market for more than 12 years now. We have more than 150 employees, and this huge team works to make e-learning easier. So we're here to create easy tools for busy people. And our tools make more than 47,000 clients happy. If you're not happy yet, we would be really glad to see you in this list. And today we will be speaking about iSpring Suite, our authoring tool, and about efficient ways to create the content. Before we start, let me launch a quick poll. It will help us have more efficient webinar. So what do you expect from today's meeting? Please take your time and answer the poll.
Hey, it looks like over almost half of our attendees need to launch online training and they don't know where to start.
Well, Paulina, I hope that today we will show them where to go. And guys, even if you have your toolbox already, I hope that this webinar will be effective. If you just bought iSprint tools, I think it will be a great start to take advantage of all functionality. And so we have extremely high response rate, 94% voted. Thank you so much for being attentive. And I think it's right time to close the poll and share the results. So 57% of our today's attendees need to launch online training. And you know, I always compare that with a need to buy car. Really simple sales example, but um, let's say my wonderful wife wants a new car, and we can go to Mercedes, check out their brand new CLA, listen to the sales manager, and no matter how many hours he spent describing how good this car is, how it works, how fast it is, it won't give us a real feel of driving this car. That's what we were doing previously, so I would probably open presentation, show you the features, and it didn't give you the idea of what it feels to work with iSpring. And for last few webinars, we changed the format, so I hope you will enjoy that today. First, for those who never had a chance to work with iSpring, let me open a sample presentation. This one was created with our authoring tool. It's in HTML5, which means that it is web responsive and can be opened from any device. No matter if you have iPhone, Android, Mac, or PC, it will work great. And what you can see on the main part of the screen is a PowerPoint slide. What makes iSpring special? I would say that one of the things which makes us really special is that our developers were able to create industry-leading products, and we keep almost 99% of PowerPoint effects, animations, and transitions, which is a really good result. So even complicated transitions like morph will be converted in a nice way, and you will see them in your web course. So along with the PowerPoint slide, you see the iSpring player. It's highly customizable, and I will show it today for sure. And so once I hit Celebrate now, you will see iSpring enhancements, which are not available in just PowerPoints. This is Paulina. I know that you, especially if you attend these webinars regularly, had a chance to meet her already. And she is narrating over this presentation today. When you need to emphasize the attention of the learner on video lecture, you can do that. Otherwise, default setting will bring the video with presenter to the right top corner. You see that transitions and animations work. Even if you do triggers and complicated animations, they will still be shown correctly. And on slide number 7, we have a quiz, which allows you to embed graded activities right into your presentation. And if you use the learning management system, or for example, collect the responses over your email, you will know what was the exact answer of your learner. And what it makes it so good is that you can customize every single question, make sure that the grading is correct. You can change the way the player looks like. And so no matter what is your learning case, what is your special situation, I'm sure that it will be possible to make it work using iSpring tools. I hope this gives you the idea of how would the course look like after you convert it with iSpring. And so I think it's high time to jump into PowerPoints, open iSpring, and basically start our test drive. Here we are. It's just a blank presentation. I will start from that today. And even back in school, I had troubles when I was creating projects with PowerPoints because I always had a hard time with design. I'm so glad that iSpring makes me happier when it comes to creation of presentation, because here we have a lot of templates, and that's why my go-to place is the content library. So I'm just switching to iSpring Suite tab, and so the content library will be located on that main ribbon. And I think that presentation will start with slide templates. If you have a ready-to-go PowerPoints which you want to share online, that's all good. You can use it, and it will just minimize the time required to create the project from scratch. But if you don't have a presentation yet, it really saves a lot of time. There are different templates located in this library, and they all are created with the power of Microsoft PowerPoint, which means that whenever you choose the slide template, double click to insert it to your presentation, you will actually have the slide which can be customized right here. So let's start creating our course, and by the end of the webinar, we will have simple, quick, but ready to go into the learning management system e-learning course. And I will name it e-learning cookbook. And today, I will not only answer your questions, but I will also try to show how you can boil, fry, roast, bake, and grill your training content with no learning curve. It makes sense to create few slides, and we all know that every training content has its own structure. So I will go to the same set of templates and will download course objective slide. Here I want to write what we are up to for today. And while creating this spicy e-learning cookbook, we will learn how to. First of all, I want to show how to quickly create content using iSpring suites. I feel that it is also important to make the content effective and engaging for the learner, because the learners are those for whom basically e-learning is working most. We will also see how to collect relevant user feedback and their training results. And so what makes e-learning so much better than in-person training for some cases is that you can save your time because everything will be graded automatically, which means that you don't need to spend your time and grade every single work of your students in one-by-one manner. And so let me also add a little bit of humor. Well, I hope you find it funny. But let's think about who earns the most money in the picture on the left. You're welcome to share your ideas in the question box. And in my opinion, if you would care to listen, the right answer will be those group. We see that they are with their smartphones. And in many cases, that means that their organization, their university, has already established e-learning. This e-learning is mobile compliant, and it allows them to save time when studying. Let me insert one more slide template, and so it will be the model title over here. And I don't think that this background is really relevant, because we are supposed to meet the chief. And so we need to meet the chief at our e-learning kitchen. And as you all know, e-learning kitchen is most likely just the office with a good PC. So what I will do, I will delete this background and go to background section of content library. Here it will be possible to find a lot of images. By the way, the library is the place where we constantly do updates, and most of those updates are um, implemented and included to the library after requests of our users. So if you use this service and feel like there is a place to keep improving the product, just drop us a message and let us know what you would like to see over there. And my fourth slide can be duplicated, and then I will just go ahead and delete all of those boxes. As you can see, all of them can be customized, so you are not just getting the image inserted to your PowerPoint presentation. You get real text boxes, you get real images, and it's really easy to make sure that they work for your course. Okay, now I just have to hit the text box. Okay, and we're here. And so to make your course more engaging, many e-learning designers advise adding the character, because character kind of adds the feeling of this course as being something really personal, and so the learner tends to receive better results. iSpring content library characters part is a really huge one. Here you have more than 100 different people. They all have different clothing, different gender, different ethnicity. So it's possible to make sure that the person who you choose as a character for your course will fit to your company or to your organization training needs. I'll probably go ahead and use Mary. And so what makes it easy is that There are more than 500 different pictures, all in high quality, and it's really easy to choose which one you want to use. I will go ahead, sort by action, and I think that greeting will be the right action since we just met her. Double click, and the image is inserted to your slide. Even after we zoom, the image doesn't lose quality. And I will use sort of shortcuts and just copy paste already created dialog box. So yeah, Paulina, am I too boring or how is it going? I'm not having enough time to see all of the questions. Do people enjoy this webinar?
Yeah, we actually have a lot of questions going on, but Sophie is doing a great job taking care of them, so I think you can keep going.
Thank you, Sophia, and thank you everybody for being so active. So yep, content library also has objects and icons, and I hope that this 5 minutes presentation of this part of iSpring Suite software show you the way to quickly create content from scratch. And at the same time, I hope you feel that it looks professional enough and it doesn't take you to be the designer to create beautiful presentation if you take advantage of this tool. And now I think it's high time to begin the actual transformation. We'll create new slide and we will add the dialog simulation over here. Of course, we will save our presentation. And iSpring Talkmaster is being launched right now. And guys, I would really appreciate if you could drop us a message to the question box. Oh, sorry, there is a better way to do that. Let me launch a quick poll. Do you need to practice communication skills in your organization? I would really appreciate if you take a moment to respond to that.
By the way, I completely forgot to mention that we are going to be exhibiting at Learning Solutions Conference in Orlando, March 26th through 28th, and I hope that you guys can come. And if you are going there, please let us know in the comments section. We would love to meet you. And also, I think I can say it now, but we are going to provide a sneak peek of version 9. So if you would like to learn more about it, come to Orlando. Yay!
We will be really happy to see you over there to
Yep.
show version 9 and just to meet in person those who didn't give us this opportunity yet, or to see those who already came to our booth earlier in other conferences. All right, people today are incredibly responsive. Thank you so much. And so most of you guys tend to practice communication skills. So I think that iSpring Talkmaster will create additional value to the content creation than your organization. And this is the way the starting menu looks like. We will go ahead and create a simulation. Here you see something like a blackboard. Doesn't make much sense right now, but in just a couple of minutes, you will see the way it works. So let me keep this part a little surprising. So let's create new scene in this simulation. It's hard when you don't have much time to create the course which makes sense. So this one will be sketching. I really just want to show you the way the tool work. And I know that your dialog simulation will make much more sense. So my first scene will ask, when do you want to start launching your online training with iSpring? There are free answer options. And to keep the relation of our simulation with our course we started to create on PowerPoint, I will add Mary as a character. As you can see, every character in Content Library has different emotions. And I will try to get same backgrounds, or at least background which will look like that. I think we can use this one. It's just another angle. And we just created our first scene in dialog simulation. If we preview that, you will see the character, the question, and the answer options for your learners. And this tool will let you track the way they think, see how they handle conversations. And so basically, if you need to do communication skills training, you can even add grading for every particular answer option they choose to go with. And even if you create 100 cents dialect simulation, which takes some time, it is still easy to manage that because whenever you need to create a new scene, all you do is just drag from one answer option to another place within your Talkmaster. So let me take some time, and so I will create some sample scenes really quick. So to have some PowerPoints to start with. Like I mentioned, if you do, that's great. You can use them. And so there are cases when you just need to share your PowerPoint online. You don't even need to do any iSpring improvements. Just go ahead and convert your presentation so that everybody can watch it from any device. If you want to, it's also possible to add message, and the message will lead to particular scene after you adjust that. So if there is no sense for the learner to choose, you can just add informational message. All right, if you already have a lot of PowerPoints, I wish you a great start. Then we will also link scene number 3 with scene number 4. It's high time to create the scenes for options from the first one. So if you want to do that right now, we are really happy that you are so excited. And so in our today's webinar, we'll still show some cool stuff. So please stay tuned. And if you already launched training with iSpring, we are very happy. And so we hope that today's webinar will give you some good ideas. One thing I forgot to show is that you can change the character emotion at every scene. And so if you don't connect one scene with another for some reason, you will see the exclamation mark, and it helps you to keep track and make sure that your dialog simulation is adjusted correctly. Even if you have a huge dialog, you can go ahead and change the properties. Or if you use different color for different branches, it will be easier to track them. And whenever you need to add different points for your simulation, just enable the evaluation in the options, and at every scene you will be able to give different number of points. Because you will see these results in the LMS, you will see how good were your learners, and even if you just collect the results over email, which is also an opportunity here, you can just type in your email address and make sure you ask for quiz taker for dialog simulation taker information. It is easy to see every single answer they gave within your communication training. Let's preview the whole thing. And you'll see that depending on the answer, it will be different scene. That's the way information message look like. By the way, if you want to turn off the emotion meter or to turn off number of points, really easy to do that. And I'm quite sure that some of you wonder how I was able to type it in so quickly. I was just using Ctrl C and Ctrl V, really famous shortcuts, and I was able to copy that from the script we created for this dialog simulation. That is created automatically. It will show you the emotion of the character. It will show you the scene to which you need to link the particular response. And it is especially important because having the script, you can create voiceover. For example, let's say you have voiceover artist, and if your voiceover artist will choose the right, will make the files named in a proper way, it will be possible to assign every single file after every single phrase in just one click. So there is an option to do bulk import. This tool is very simple. I hope you were able to see that. And like your PowerPoint add-in, it will be synchronized with Content Library, so you will be able to take advantage of full scale of your image assets. And whenever you're ready, just hit save and return to course, and you will be in PowerPoint. If you have questions about Talkmaster, please make sure to address them to either Sophia or Paulina. Will choose the best ones or the most popular ones, and we will stop by at the Q&A session. But I hope that this tool looks easy so far. Our next step in creating a presentation with iSpring will be quiz. I will also go ahead and add one more slide to make a logical transfer to our quiz. Let's add Mary here again. Paulina, do you have any questions?
I don't, but our attendees do.
Do you think we should stop by and answer any of them right now, or how does it look like?
Actually, here's a quick one. Can simulation from Hillary. Can simulation be set up as independent Scorm package, or do they have to be part of a larger course?
That's a great question, Hillary. Thank you. Any of iSpring tools, like Talkmaster, Quizmaker, they can be exported separately. So if you just open iSpring Talkmaster, it will be immediately possible to create Scorm package or to create package for iSpring Learn LMS, and it will be used as independent content. So you don't have to make it part of your PowerPoint project.
Thank you, Max.
All right. I think that before we go to Quizmaker, it makes sense to make a little pause. And so during this pause, I would want to briefly cover the features which can make your e-learning process easier, but they're just too simple to stop by at them in a really thorough manner. If you ever had a need to embed your YouTube video or web object, let's say embed codes, or link to some web page to your presentation, you can do that using the Insert tab. Just select the slide, and after that, it will be possible to insert any websites, embed codes, or even local path. Same will work for YouTube video. You just enter the link, and it will appear on your slide. Technically, we still have capability to insert Flash movie, but Flash is not really good format right now. Many browsers decided to drop it, and it won't be supported on mobile devices, so I won't recommend using that. Another feature we have here will be screen recording. If you need to capture your screen and let's say explain somebody how to use some system, or just create an overview of anything happening on your computer screen, you can use this feature. It works great, and it allows you to add voiceover immediately. And a little spoiler from version 9, here we will have the webcam capture functionality added, and it will be possible to do even more engaging um, screen captures explaining how to use the software, how to use the particular system, and so on. So the video editing and the video capturing capabilities of iSpring will be significantly improved. We also have interactions model, and interaction model allows you to create a flip book, create the catalog, and create FAQ or timeline. Those are really great models when you need to go ahead and quickly share some information. Just to save some time, I would just show you the output. And so from my a year and a half experience in tech support, interaction model rarely receives any questions. So it's really easy to use that. So this will be the flipping book. You can put it on one of your slides or use it separately. And this particular tool will let you create it from scratch. But we also have iSprint Flip, which allows you to take your PowerPoint, PDF, or Word documents and create such a book in web responsive formats, which means you can protect your information Make sure that users cannot download your PDF document and keep track on their results because it will work in both iSpring LMS and any Scorm compliant LMS.
And as far as I know, it also looks great on mobile devices, right?
That's correct, Polina. Thank you for noticing that. Some other models will be Catalog. Good sample is e-learning glossary. And here you can insert hyperlinks, insert images, and make sure that when you need something in alphabetical order, it is possible to create it with this tool. FAQ is a really popular interaction, and we ourselves used it a lot to help our customers get answers to frequently asked questions as soon as possible. And one more type of interaction we currently have is timeline. In timeline, it's possible to add information in hierarchical order, and it especially works well when you need to describe some historic events or, for example, the history of your company. So those are easy tools which can still add value to your content creation, and you can put it right into your presentation, right into your course in a couple of clicks. And again, a quick announce, I cannot unfortunately unveil all of those functionalities, but in version 9, you will see a lot of new interactions, a lot of new ways to visually present your information. And so I'm really excited about having this model released.
I actually think that those of you guys who have a trial version or already have iSpring will receive a mailing rather soon with more details about new interactions.
Yep, so please feel free to ask questions, and I hope you will enjoy what you will see. So those smaller tools will let you make your e-learning even more engaging, and it doesn't take any time to learn how to use those. Let's create a sample quiz. I think it's high time for that. And when we will create the quiz, it will be also inserted to one of your slides. So it's possible to choose the type of quiz you want to show. It will be either graded one or survey. I will go with graded at this time. And when you create a quiz, you will have two modes for creation of your presentation. It will be form view, more technical, which will give you the ability to do all of technical adjustments, and slide view. In slide view, you will be able to customize the design. We have some built-in themes, or you can create your own one from scratch. It's even possible to use custom backgrounds. And I know that there is a way to make it more beautiful, but I really want to make sure all of your questions are answered. So I will use default theme. And so you at the same time will be more than welcome to customize the gradient, the solid color fill, or add picture to your quiz. Whenever you need to create question, just choose the question type. Right now, we will have 11 graded question and 12 survey questions available. And it will let you create a quiz starting from simple true or false, multiple choice or multiple response type of questions, which are really, really common for any quiz, even the one you will hold in person. Two hotspots, sequential matching, and other question types, which makes your quiz so much more visual. Let's keep it simple for today. And so I will start with pick one, which will be the survey question. And my question will be, hi, username, what features do you like most? And I feel that it is high time to go ahead and launch the poll. So please take your time to answer. If you're really excited about Quizmaker, choose the Quizmaker, and so I will make sure to give it a more thorough overview. It's great to see that many people choose all of them. I'm really excited that you feel in this way. And so there are a lot of attendees who are very excited about Quizmaker. That's also great.
Yeah, and while we have this little pause, I would like to mention that in January we held the series of the workshops that by watching which you can actually learn how to create something in iSpring. We broke them down to 4 workshops dedicated to Quizmaker, Talkmaster, iSpring Learn LMS. And during these workshops, our support managers were actually showing, and you could follow them along during this live session. So I will be sharing the link to these workshops, and hopefully you guys can find them useful as well. And this webinar is more, in a shorter period of time, you get the most information. This is why all of our attendees and we as well love it a lot.
Thank you, Paulina. And yeah, I can speak hours about every particular feature, but it just doesn't make sense in terms of time. And with those sessions, you will be able to master each tool. And so just a quick reminder, our tech support, and so today we have Sophia from tech support, are always happy to answer any of your questions, and you don't have to wait for some technical issue. You can just ask, hey guys, how can I make most use of this feature in Quizmaker? All right, thank you so much for taking active part in voting today. I took a couple of seconds and added a couple of answer options. And I will also go ahead and add feedback for this survey question. By default, it will be thank you for your answer, but I want to make it custom and I will just add that doesn't make sense, Max. Our second question will be true or false. The difference is it will be graded already. And so here I will ask if you are doing okay. And I really hope that you choose the answer option A, which is yeah, we're also excited about posting it online. And if any of you wants to choose the option number 2, please leave your feedback in the question box, and I will be happy to keep improving my webinar skills. So I hope that you will receive the correct feedback. And so that's why I will keep it as default. And I know that it's rarely possible to limit feedback to some answer options. So here we will have survey question with the essay type. And so I will ask you to give some more feedback. And that's what you can also do with your learners to make sure that you receive as thorough response as possible. And all of their responses will be sent out either to your email or to your learning management system, depending on how you set this up. So this one is a really, really simple quiz. I know that when it comes to training, you'll want to make it a bit more complicated. And so I just want to show that it's really easy to start, and that tool itself doesn't limit your opportunities to quickly create e-learning content. Just briefly mentioning Quizmaker capabilities, I would love to say that here you can set grading based on the groups of your questions. So if you will have several question groups, let's just do some sample questions, it will be possible for you to see what was the result of your learner for the first question group, what was his result for the second question group, and it will be also correctly reported to the learning management system, so you'll still see the score. And that gives you an opportunity to divide the results in every quiz you produce and see where your learners are doing particularly great or where they should improve. And at the same time, if you want to use different topics or different difficulty levels for your quiz, it will be also possible to take advantage of this feature. If you will need to add some informational slide, you can use info slide and it will give you just the full slide where you can put on some info, which you can show after, let's say, your learner answered the question in incorrect manner. So quiz capabilities are really impressive. In the properties section, you can always set the defaults to make sure that you don't need to adjust the points for every question. You can set the feedback which will be relevant for your quiz and use it as default if you want to. And in navigation, you can make sure that your quiz is being held in the right way. By saying that, I mean that you can shuffle the question groups and include only part of them to your final quiz, or at the opposite, you can include all of the groups and make them appear in the quiz you published. It's possible to make sure that user has to submit every questions at a time. You can turn off ability to postpone that. And that gives you an ability to create both linear and branch scenario and at the same time make your quiz really random. This way, no matter if you need to create just a training exam where the learner has a chance to fail as many times as he needs to understand the topic. Oh, by the way, we have number of items set as unlimited as one of the options. Or if you need to hold a very strict exam and make sure that they hit it right from the very first attempt, you can set both of those scenarios. And that's what makes our Quizmaker the tool which will be flexibly adjusted to your particular training needs. And I know that if I preview this one right here, it will be really simple. And to show the full scale, to show other questions, let me just take a moment and quickly open one of the pre-created by our designers team presentation. For example, here is the quiz on Las Vegas. Here we have a lot of different images, and so it will be possible to see different question types as well. Well, it tends to load up so much faster. We need to contact our IT department and see what's going on with the website. All right, so how well do you know Las Vegas? Add information, add hotspot questions, which will make your learner pin to the correct place. Add multiple response. Add custom feedback for every question you have. It's also possible to add the audio to your question. Oops, sorry, just quitted that. It's possible to add type-in question types, which will make sure that your learner need to enter custom value as a quiz response. So for example, here it is. And then the tool itself will quickly check if it's correct or not. You can do word bank. So it's possible to create really engaging quiz, and so it will be working correctly from your mobile devices as well. And you don't need to worry about that, don't need to publish your presentation many times. And that's what makes your content creation so much faster compared to the tools where you need to do that. I think we are all good with the quiz. I basically have maybe 4 more minutes left till we can move to Q&A sessions. And in the end of our review in iSpring, I would like to show what you can do with Presentation Explorer, Narration Editor, and how to actually publish your presentation in a really quick way. Let's start with Presentation Explorer. Here you can add the title to every single slide, and so it's also possible to adjust nesting level. By this, you can create structure right within your presentation, and in outline, there will be drop-down lists depending on how you divided your course slides into different chapters. You can do branching, and what makes me myself really excited, you can do branching for quizzes and dialogue simulations depending on the results. So on pass, we can branch the student to the end of our course, and if he fails that, we can return him back to the very beginning of the presentation. You can make sure that people know who is the presenter for this particular course. You can lock all of the navigation controls, and this way the learner will have to wait till the slide is changed automatically, or for example, choose some hyperlink to go forward. You can change the layout. If you feel like people should concentrate on contents, go ahead and select no sidebar. If you want them to maximize their attention on the video lecture, choose maximized video. And you can add background music, which will flawlessly play through your whole presentation. So it's a very simple tool, but it lets you save so much more time when adjusting, let's say, slide duration through the PowerPoint, and it actually gives you more flexibility here. And so of course, I'm sure that many of you guys want to take advantage of audio narration and video narration. And to do so, we created a special tool. Here you can record your video or record your audio right away. And when you do so, hi everybody again, it will be possible to customize the slide timings immediately. When I'm ready with the slide number 1, I'm just hitting slide number 2. And all of the slide timings are adjusted, so I won't have to spend my time after I recorded the video narration. By the way, if you will have some animations on your PowerPoint slides, you will see them here as well. Whenever you're done, just hit done, and you can immediately edit your video or audio depending on what you recorded in our built-in audio and video editor. If you want to cut part, just use delete. If you want to make the quality of the sound better, remove the noise. If you want to adjust volume, you can also do that. And yeah, once again, referring to version 9, we will have improved capabilities of video editing there. So please stay tuned. I hope you're excited like we are. And so you will have more information from our mailings. And I'm quite sure that official announce will be on our website soon as well. And the very last option I'm supposed to show today, which I always leave at the end of the presentation, is publishing, because it's really, really easy. When you publish your presentation, it means that you convert it from just a PowerPoint to e-learning course. In some rare cases, you can also create video, but it will be really linear and there will be no way to take advantage of interactive capabilities of iSpring. So that's why today I will review publishing to iSpring Learn. And so iSpring Learn, I'm sure many of you know it. For those who doesn't know what it is about, it's our learning management system, which allows you to keep information of how well your learners do within every course. And it basically works as the system in charge of tracking. All you need to do is select the slide range, customize the player look. As I mentioned in the very beginning of our today's meeting, you can customize it the way you want to. And so you can change the colors, change the text label. So it's really easy to work with that. There are some playback and navigation settings like prompt to resume. I like it a lot because even from different computer, your learner will be able to continue working on the presentation. Change the navigation type. Make sure that your course is graded in the right way and that your learners receive the right number of points for every activity they've done within your presentation. If you want to rate slides, that's okay. If you want to rate just quizzes and simulations, that's also okay. And whenever you're ready, just hit publish. And right after you hit publish, the conversion will begin automatically. And so it will be immediately published to iSpring Learn LMS. Preventing the questions from Q&A. If you have different learning management system, which is Scorm or XAPI compliant, or some learning management systems also support AACC, the action you need to take will be just the same, but instead of iSpring Learn tab, you might want to choose LMS, and there you will be able to select Scorm or, for example, XAPI, and that will do the job automatically. In case you take advantage of iSpring tools, it will be published right into the LMS accounts and will immediately appear over there. So I will actually have the browser window opened right after the uploading is finished, and we will be able to see how that looks like from iSpring Learn. All right, that was it for iSpring Suite overview. I hope that when you start working with the tool more closely, you will have no questions. But if you do, feel free to check out our knowledge base and get in touch with us, customer care managers, or technical support. We are all live people and we're here to answer your questions. And if there is a way for us to make your content creation easier and faster, please let us know. That's what we are here for. Uh, Paulina, do you think it's high time to start with the questions, or should we go over pricing in just a couple of words? What do you think?
So my question is, are you going to show what the course will look like within iSpring Learn,
Uh,
or should we leave it for another webinar?
it is right here. I was just waiting until it will be
Okay.
uploaded. Oh, that is funny. Yeah, sorry. We just have an option to set up the password, and I wasn't attentive enough to change this into settings. So preview might be just faster so that we don't have to publish it from scratch. And so it is okay. Now I look really silly. This option is right here. And so let's
You
just,
know, it's like keep your friends close, but the password's even closer.
yeah, that's true. And the funniest thing that I have no idea what it is, and that's why I will just take time to publish that again. So if you don't mind, we can go ahead and
Mhm.
launch a couple more polls and then switch to Q&A. How does that sound?
Sure, since Sophia has been very productive during your presentations, she has taken care almost of all questions, and we do have a couple of them right now. So guys, if you have any other that you would like to address to Max, this is the perfect time for you to do that. And yes, I think right now we will launch the poll questions that are left. After that, we will have Q&A session, and I think that's it for today.
Yeah, I think that we can initially launch what are you up to? And if you take time to answer to this poll, that will be really helpful, especially if you want us to get in touch with you to discuss that personally. Make sure you leave your contact details, and I will do my best to get in touch with you even today. So if there is anything specific we can do for you, and I see that many people choose other as the answer option, just go ahead and shoot us the question, or after this webinar, you will receive the recording. You can reply to the message with the recording, and we will make sure to answer any of your questions.
Sounds like a great plan. So yeah, thank you very much for mentioning that we will have a recording available to everyone. And I would also like to invite all of you guys to our next webinar that will be held on February 28th. This will be next Wednesday, and it will be called Best Practice Webinar, Let the Genie Out of the PowerPoint Bottle. It will be held by a wonderful PowerPoint expert, Simon Morton from iFull Presentations, and you may have already seen his content on our website. So they will be talking about existing PowerPoint presentations and how to repurpose them, how you can better reuse them in more cases, which I think will be a great topic for all sales and marketing and also for PowerPoint presentation designers. So you're welcome to join us next week, and I will be sharing the link right now in the chat box.
Wonderful. And thank you so much, everybody, for being so active in today's polls.
Yeah.
I think it's high time to close it. And so if you didn't have a chance to answer yet, just drop us a message to chat box. And now you should be able to see the screen with
Mhm.
what we created in less than 1 hour. So you
Right.
see the video narration accompanying the slides. You see the PowerPoint slide, which look exactly the way they look in PowerPoints. And so it's always possible to customize the top bar, customize the bottom bar, make sure that you don't need extra buttons, and at the same time that you have those which are essential for your course. This is the way our dialog simulation will look like. And I hope that you want to start launching right after the webinar uh, and that you feel that PowerPoint is as easy as iSpring. Yeah, I always enjoy the angry picture of Mary. She's so funny right here. Uh, this is the way our sample quiz will look like. I know I'm not the best in design, but here, those of you who were really attentive noticed that the system automatically picked up username variable, and basically your quiz knows the name of your learner. That is part of beauty of using iSpring Learn LMS, makes it so much easier. And that's what we created in less than 1 hour. I know that it doesn't make much sense as a fully scaled e-learning course, but I hope that today I was able to show you that it is easy, that you shouldn't be scared of creating e-learning. And if you're already a professional who knows how to do that, you were able to see that you would save some time. So I'm ready for any questions.
Awesome. Let's start with the first one from Robert. Are you planning any improvements in screen recording too? Because it's very simple without any advanced features right now.
Robert, we do plan improvements, but let me assure you that it won't make the tool complicated. From what I know, it will be possible to record yourself along with the screen, and this way you can not only add audio narration and create voiceover for your screen recording, but also have a video of yourself, which will help you catch the attention of those learners in case you need to explain some subjects. But I know that we are not going to change our main concept, and our main concept right now is to make sure that you get powerful tool, but it is easy to use, and you're not getting stuck with a lot of options, just not knowing what to do next.
Yeah, but it is going to be a lot more powerful in the version 9, like you said.
That is true. That is true.
And by the way, we are going to, if I can say so, sort of educate you guys on the new features of iSpring. We will be sending you the mailings with the new updates and stuff like that, and you will be able to read more about them in our blog. So just watch out for the messages from iSpring, and this way you will get more information. And of course, we're going to hold a webinar when the version 9 is released to walk you through all the improvements. So this is very exciting. And we have another question. This is about licensing, actually. So I think, Max, you will be the perfect one to take care of it. From Neil, if we purchase the license, up to how many computers can the license be applied to?
That's a great question. And by default, we distribute the licenses with one computer per license. But especially if you have iSpring Suite full service package, or if you just get in touch with us, we are always happy to discuss your needs. And so from my experience, if you need more than one computer, that doesn't necessarily mean that you would need to pay extra money. So just get in touch with either your personal manager or drop us a message, and we will be happy to see what we can do.
Thank you. And the question from Javier, can you use green screening with iSpring? Like say I have a video with character with a green background. Can I add it to an iSpring presentation and have the green background removed?
Javier, that's a great question, but I don't think that iSpring will currently support this type of functionality because when you add green screen, uh, it will be most likely just MP4 video still.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but at the same time, if you use some pictures with transparent backgrounds, I'm quite sure that PowerPoint can process that correctly.
Okay, thank you. And a question from Aaron, is the question responses reportable?
Yeah, absolutely. Whatever question you answer within the quiz, you can get the full report right to your email. And so it is possible to adjust that within QuizMaker. So here in properties, you can go ahead and ask for quiz taker information, let's say email and name, and then you can type in your email address in the reporting section of results tab. And this way you will receive automatic email with all of the answers given by one learner to your address right after they complete this quiz. But if you use learning management system, all of the results will be reported to the learning management system automatically. So in iSpring Learn, for example, you won't need to get email every time. Here we have report section, and report section will let you track the user activity, track their exact responses. So the reporting functionality is really good.
Thank you very much. And then Aaron said, what reports for all testers? I'm not sure if it's related to the question.
So if you do email reporting, that will be in one-by-one manner, and you will receive one email for every attempt held by one individual. And if you use iSpring Learn, which will be part of our other webinar, it will be possible to launch the overall results. So you will see the answer breakdown. It will be possible to get a lot of information from this.
Thank you very much. And there is one question regarding version 9, but I'm not sure if we can give an answer to it right now. Maybe we should better contact Lori. Version 9 a general release or a new license model?
So it's a good question, and I think it will be interesting to everybody today. It will depend on the maintenance plan you have. So for example, if you currently use iSpring Suite and you have active maintenance plan, you will receive version 9 absolutely for free, and your lifetime license will be upgraded from 8.7 to version 9. We're not going to add any charges. And if you are only thinking about getting the license, I would recommend that you consider iSpring Suite Full Service. This package has unlimited upgrades for a year, and this means that you will be able to get version 9 for free, and it will be still a lifetime license. And here you can see the prices for one license, for one user license, with no discounts applied. Please keep in mind that we provide nonprofit, academic, and governmental discounts. And so, especially if you're a current user, it is much better to get in touch with us so that we can provide you with the best available offer. Because depending on the number of licenses you have or number of licenses you need, the price will be going down because we have volume discounts, and part of them are shown on our website as well.
Awesome. Thank you very much for expanding on that question. Okay, so it looks like at this point we don't have any uncovered questions, so I think that's a success. Yes. And I think we're ready to wrap up at this time. So I would like to thank all of you guys for coming today and attending our webinar. We really appreciate it. And also thank you, Max, for presenting, and thanks to you, Sophia, for answering the questions.
Thank you, Paulina. Thank you, everybody. And if you have any questions, just let us know. We will be here to answer them. You have a fantastic day, and keep in touch.
Right, and don't forget to come to our next week's webinar. You can see the link where you can sign up for it in the chat box. So I hope to see you next week, next Wednesday. It should be a really exciting session. Okay, so yeah, have a great day, everyone, and see you next week.
Take care.
Goodbye.